Okay, we're live. Uh, let me fix my camera. Okay, we're live. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Appliance Boot Camp. Um, I'm back into my normal swing of things right now. I'm having a good time. I want to thank everybody for, like I said again, for tuning in. I want to thank the people who have stopped by to actually to hang out and to see me. I'm getting people visiting every day. It's still surprising when people stop in to visit. We have a hands-on live event coming up in July. I think that's July. Before I tell a lie, let me look and see what date that is. I think it's July. I'm not gonna say it. Let me look and see what date it is first before I tell a lie about it. July the 9th. We got July the 9th. In 2 weeks, we'll have a hands-on live event. And that hands-on live event, remember, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you all are coming, plan to be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we try to get done Sunday about 5, 6 o'clock, so people can get back and make it to their flights and stuff to get back to their destinations. I don't want you to be stuck here for many days. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. Tonight, we're going to be talking about why most businesses, only 3 out of 10 businesses survive 10 years. And you saw the thumbnail. What the thumbnail was saying is everybody has a business plan until the universe punches them in the mouth. And that is the truth. Everybody starts off in business and think business is gonna be this great thing for them, and they're gonna do very well, and they do very well at the very beginning because they're excited, they're energetic, they got everything working for them. It's fun. Um, but what happens within the first 5 years of being in business? Guess who's waiting on you? The universe. The universe is waiting on you. So first 5 years you're in business, and the universe is gonna punch you dead in the mouth. And when the universe punches you dead in the mouth, it causes a lot of people to get out of business because business is something that is not for the faint of heart. Um, got a couple little stats I want to go with you all, and tonight I'm just using I got some text messages. I'm not giving out anybody names and stuff like that, but I got some text messages that I just want to show you why it's important to actually get your advice from somebody who's been doing something 10 years or more. I'm going to show you why you need to be getting advice from somebody who's been doing something 10 years or more. And it's not that I got it so don't nobody know who the text message is coming from. It's just going to be for learning purposes only. So nobody will see it. And if he recognizes the text, this is not I'm not making light of you or anything. We're just using it for educational purposes. And you're not the only one. I get so many of these texts and emails and phone calls every day. And I just want the family to be able to see how I go through and handle this for somebody who's been doing it 10 years or more. And most of the people that follow the blueprint can answer these same questions that I'm getting ready that we're going to answer for them. But we're seeing a lot right now where people are actually starting to do what we call physical businesses, and this kind of what this is riding on physical businesses. We're seeing people going back and they're coming into the physical business space, and I've said this for the last 2 years since I've been doing this internet YouTube business. I say the internet YouTube business is almost like prosperity preaching. It's very easy to make the money on YouTube. Very easy to make the money on YouTube. I can get just one room, set it up, and just show you that me in that one room, and don't show you the other aspects of my life. And I can paint the picture and the narrative however I want it. Versus when you go out and you try to do a physical business, then you have to step out into the real world with the real wolves, and those physical businesses. Uh, they're gonna go by the principles that's been tried and true and tested throughout the beginning of time. And these stats right here has been like this forever for starting businesses. You know, the first year, the first year of any of all people starting businesses, the first year, 20%. So we're just gonna say, we're just gonna do number 10, easy number 10. The first year, if 10 people started businesses, they started together. The first year, two people would drop out within the first year. They won't do it anymore. They'd be gone. By the fifth year, 50%. So by the fifth year, you got five people who have gone and they're no longer in business because the universe. I'm not gonna tell you why. The universe comes up and takes them out. So the universe takes them out. And then by the tenth year, you got nine people. Excuse me, by the tenth year, you got seven people who have gone and quit this stuff. You got seven people who have gone and quit, and all you got left then is about three people left at the end of 10 years. If 10 people started, only three people will make it out. So it's a 97% chance that if you start a business that you're going to fail within 10 years. You won't be here in 10 years. So that's why I keep telling everybody, all the people that can teach you how to run a business is an actual business owner. Not somebody, I consider a business owner somebody who's been in the same discipline for 10 years or more. Not somebody who swap in and out of different businesses because you don't have enough time in that business to prove that you actually have mastered that business. It's almost like a universal thing where they say in order to master something, you have to put in 10,000 hours or about 10 years. So that's the same thing with business. In order for you to master whatever business you're in, you have to actually be in that business for about 10 years to order to master it and actually understand that business and make it thrive. And those are the people who, when I go out and buy courses, I buy courses and I buy information. Like when I got ready to start my mattress business. This was years ago. I go out and start my mattress business. I buy a business plan, and everything. I ain't gonna show you the thing. Everything in here is a business plan. They tell you everything what you need to do day by day, how to start your business, and from that, that's somebody who had been doing it 15, 20 years. So he has been there 10 years or more. So he knows what he's doing. He can tell you the ups and downs and everything like that, and how to waver through it. So that's where I bought my mattress business plan from. When I got ready to buy my ice cream parlor, I bought from somebody who had been doing it 25 years. So 25 years, he have went through all the different changes, and his business has stood the test of time. So he's a master. He's been over 10 years twice. So he's a master of it. And if you look at their businesses, they don't look, they're not, they don't look as these sexy businesses that you see. A lot of the stuff that flash up real quick, it look nice and flashy and it draws a lot of attention. I look at it almost like the tourist and the hair. It look quick and fast and it's fun and he's having a good time and he's running fast and super speed. But he doesn't finish the race and doesn't win. These businesses, this mattress business I had, the ice cream parlor I have, and even the Appliance Boot Camp. The Appliance repair business, it doesn't look sexy. It's not sexy, but it has stood the test of time. Almost 20 years that I've done it, and I've been through all the different things that could throw at it, and it stood the test of time. So that's how I'm able to easily, when somebody comes with me with a problem, I can easily dissect it and get them past that problem. And that's one of the things why you need to have somebody that's giving you advice. Somebody has done it before. Believe it or not, somebody has done something before you, and you can get advice from that person. But you want advice from somebody who's done it 10 years or more. Now, if it's something brand new that nobody has never done, and you are the trailblazer for it, well, that's something totally different. You trailblazing and you setting the standard. But if most stuff that people are trying to do, somebody has done it 10 years or more, they the ones that you want to go to advice. You don't want to go to advice somebody ain't done it 10 years. And the reason why I tell people, find somebody who's done it 10 years or more, because about every 10 years, that's about the time we have some economic challenge, something that's going to happen in the economy that's going to turn the economy upside down. In 2000, you had the dot-com burst when I came into business. The 2000s, you had the dot-com burst, and so you had economic upheaval. In 2008, you had the housing burst. So 2008, that's just about 10 years. You had the housing burst, and then just now in 2020, we had we had the pandemic, and that's about 10 years. 10 plus 8, 18, about 10 years. We had the same thing happen again. So that's why most businesses don't make it past 10 years. Because in about 10 years, you're going to have something going to flip the economy. And if you're lucky enough to get past those first 5 years and stuff, because you might have came in during a good time when the economy is good and this and that, and you able to float for 5, 6, 7 years. But when the universe comes to correct, the universe is going to correct you. The market is going to correct. Just like you have forest fires to burn down the old trees and stuff that's decayed and need to get out the way and make room for the new stuff. The economy and stuff like that, the economy and the universe going to do the same thing with businesses. They're going to have economic turn to get out of those people, get out the way that stuff that needs to. The old businesses is archaic and not developing anymore and starting to grow for new stuff. They're going to get them out the way so new stuff can come up. So that's why most of the time, if you're in a business, most people don't make it past 10 years, and you need to find somebody who's been doing that same business for about 10 years or more. So I'm going to show you one of the things I had with one of the guys had taken the course. He sent me an email where we was texting back and forth. And like I said, I want to tell everybody this is not if he looks and he recognizes his name and stuff is not there, number is not there, and it's not to make light. This is just for education, and I get this from everybody because you're just starting a business. This is what's going to happen when you first start a business. When you first start and you get out the gate, you're going to be making money, and you're just thrilled to be making money. You got your own business, but he's going into about his second or third year. He's going to his second year. He's going to his second year doing this, and this is the time now where the honeymoon stage is over with. He wants to whatchamacallit. He got to now. He's now doing the day to day, and now he's in the grind where that 2 to 5 year thing where 50% of the people drop out is because of stuff like this. So people start a business, and then when the honeymoon stage is over with and they run into day to day, they gotta have leadership from somebody to actually get them on track, back on track. But they're very off because what happens, they're not they've been running a business and they are not really following the protocol. And you just have to sometimes remind them to get back on track. And you go to somebody that's been doing that business for 10 years or more, and they can easily just ask you simple questions and can find out what the problem is. And I'm gonna show you the thing, and we're gonna discuss what the problem was with this alumni that took the course, and he's going okay. Now he got things back in order. He knew what he needed to do, but he was kind of having some issues. So I'm going to share my screen, and if you want to call in today, I got it. That's the link in the chat if you want to call in. So we're going to take a look at what's going on here. Okay. All right. I'm going to magnify this a little bit for you all so you all can see. Okay. All right. There you go. Y'all can see it. All right. It says, Mike, I don't really think I'm kicking off enough cash flow to thrive. I can pay my bills and have some left over. However, two things I notice hindering me. A lot of the jobs I get, the cost of the repair isn't worth it. So the customer, in a lot of cases, if I was doing, he's saying in a lot of cases, the customer declined the repair and all he's getting is the service call fee. If I was doing warranty, this wouldn't be an issue. Okay, so we see that. That's one of the things. That's what he's saying. He don't have enough cash flow, and he getting a lot of people who are opting out of getting something repaired. All right, all right. He always says a lot of my calls are $85 service charge. I don't actually do too much repairs in a week. Second is my window time. Now, this is what he's doing. Second is my window time. I do roughly 3 to 4 jobs a day. Now, that's a nice mix. 3 to 4 jobs doing COD is enough to make any. It's enough. That's enough job to make anybody do things. So I see that, and I know he got 3 or 4 jobs. That should be enough to make it doing COD. I could do more if I could contract my area. And what he's saying, he could do more if he could get more calls within his area. He's saying he got a lot of windshield time. I don't really have the marketing aspect down yet. I've been buying leads. What do you suggest I do? I'm not impoverished, but I'm not doing as well as I hoped. Okay, so let's see. That's what he asked me. This is another thing he said. Not only that, my cost of living is higher than a lot of the areas. He live in a high rent area. My cost of living is higher than a lot of areas. For instance, my rent is 1,600. I'm in a studio. You can't find anything less than 1,350 or 1,400 in my area, even for a 1 bedroom studio. Even with blue book rates, the dollar does not stretch as far as many other areas. He's saying he got a higher area. Okay. So this is what I tell him. I say, in the blue book, it tells you to use a multiplier for high cost areas. All right. So that's how I'm adjusting his cash flow. I say, you in the high cash area, you need to be using a multiplier. And they tell you that in the blue book. They tell you to use a multiplier, and they tell you what the multiplier should be. All right. So next thing I need to do, I need to find out what's going on with it, why he's not getting the call, especially if he's buying leads. Why he's not getting the calls in his area. So I'm asking him, do you have a website? You can see that now. I asked him, do you have a website? Yes, I do. Okay. Next thing I want to know, who does your SEO? I built my website myself, and I don't have anyone running it. Okay. That lets me know. That's why you aren't getting any leads. I don't tell you all to build your own website. Doing your SEO and running your website, that's a full-time job. To stay up to, back in the days when you just, when nobody was out there, and you could just put a website, and your website wasn't there to get leads. Back in the days, when people were building their own websites, the yellow book was where everybody went to go find something. If you wanted to go find out a plumber, you got the yellow book, and you looked there and looked in the yellow book, and that's where your marketing was spent, on the yellow book, and that's where that's how they picked you out. Well, that has totally changed now. And back then, when the yellow book was there, didn't nobody care about the website. It was just not something nice to have. It was more of a personal page. Just put your stuff out there. Wasn't nobody going there searching anything, interacting like they are today. But right now, it's totally different. When somebody wants to find something, the first thing they do, get on their cell phone, type in plumbers in San Francisco, and whoever pops up in that area, that's who gets the leads and get the calls. And you can and in order to get it, keep yourself optimized for the different cell phones, the different browsers. Google changed the algorithm constantly. In order to stay up to breast on all that, that's a full-time job, and you're not able to do that now. So now you got to put that into your marketing budget to have somebody who constantly is updating your SEO, updating your website, and making sure that you're popping up in those searches and stuff. So that's why I tell them that's why you aren't getting the leads. And he said, I get leads, but within a 40-mile radius. Most of my jobs are not closed. If I get them mainly, it's just a service call fee. That's what he's saying. All right, so let's see this right here. All right, so I told him what his problem is with his leads. Okay, so now I tell him, your service call fee is too low, and you need to better qualify your customers. All right, so what's happened, his service call fee is too low for where he's in a high rent district. He can't have that low service call fee. And also, he needs a better way of qualifying his customers. I don't know what he. I ain't go look at his website, but if his website is pulling in low customers, low income customers, you're gonna have a lot of people who's gonna be opting out of the service. If you putting stuff on your website um, saying stuff like cheap, uh, 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 easy payment plan. Uh, uh, lowest cost in town, stuff like that, affordable. All those words tell people cheap, and it's going to attract people who's looking to pay money, cheap money. That's somebody who's looking to pay $150 for a washer. So that's words that you use if you flip an appliance. If you're doing the repair end, you can't mention price. You don't want to compete on price, and no, you don't mention price at all. You want to say stuff like dependable, over 10 years of service. Um, uh, uh, you want to say stuff like referrals. You can get referrals upon request. You want to put different awards you have won, stuff like that. That stuff. You want to talk about how you want to tell about your service, how you operate your service. You tell we put we use air slides so we won't scratch your floors, all that type of stuff. And you would put the high end name appliances. You would put stuff like Samsung, LG, Viking. Not to let Samsung and LG are high end, but that let people know that you're because so many people don't work on those. That let people know that you're one of the few people who do, and you'll put like decor. You put stuff like that to draw in those people who's not worried about the price, who just want somebody dependable to come out there and fix it. All right. He said, okay, thank you. My fee is 85. I noticed other companies in my area range from 75 to 200 for a service call fee. A lot are in the hundreds. Okay. So what did I ask them? What does the blue book say your service fee should be? You don't want to go and look and see what other people are charging in your area. Because what happened, a lot of people in your area don't know their cost of doing business. Somebody, you just got in there, somebody uh, 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 got in there, somebody says $175. They don't know their cost of doing. They don't know their cost of doing business. So you don't want to do that and try to get choose their thing, just something out of just pulling numbers out of the air, hoping that you're gonna get them to call you because you got a low service call fee. You don't want to do that. You want to know what your service call fee should be. So what happens? Your service call fee does two things. Once it covers you in case they don't want to get the repair. It'll cover everything you need. So if you just go in there and you collect the service call fee, you are still good. It also is the red velvet rope that keeps those customers that you don't vote from actually calling and getting you to come out there. So what happens, like I always say, you got Roof Chris and you got Golden Corral. You got somebody who with Roof Chris who if they go there and look at the menu and they see everything $50, the person who go to Golden Corral is gonna walk out. They say, "Nah, I ain't paying for this. I'm going to Golden Corral. They crazy." Same thing. The person who goes to Roof Chris, they go to Golden Corral and they see all you can eat steak for $10. They gonna say, "Nah, man, I ain't eating this. This thing rough as shoe leather." They'll leave because they don't want to. They're looking for quality. They're not looking for a cheap price. So what I asked them, what does the blue book say your service fee should be? So the blue book, if you haven't gotten to a point where you know how to actually work your numbers to actually get your COD, and you'll learn that in about 10 years. If you keep doing this, you'll get to the point where you get more into business. You can run that, and you'll know it in about 10 years what your actual cost for doing business is. And now the $85 where he's looking at with the 85, he's looking at the $85. And that's how much charging per hour for here in North Carolina. It's about 85. But he's in some place like San Fran, New England, Manhattan. It ain't gonna be that. It's gonna be totally different. He's in a high rent district. So then, if he's doing COD calls, he definitely need to go to the Blue Book and do that multiplier. Because what's happened, the Blue Book has done all that leg work for you, and it tells you what it should be. So I asked him, what does the blue book say your service fee should be? And he's doing COD work. And you see what he says right here. I haven't really studied the blue book. I just use it as a benchmark for my fees. Okay, so and you see here it goes again. I just put the whole message. When I was asking him what does the blue book say, and what he says is I haven't really studied the blue book. I just use it as a benchmark for my fees. I will look through it in depth tonight. Thank you, Mike. So what it all comes down to, uh, he got two things problems that's going on. One, he doesn't want to pay to have his SEO done on his website and getting somebody to actually run his website. The reason why goes back to what his main problem is. He's doing COD work and he's not charging Blue Book prices. Because he's not charging Blue Book prices, he feel like he doesn't have enough cash to actually make it, and he just thriving along. He ain't got enough cash to get ahead of life, and he don't have enough cash to pay for the proper marketing and stuff. So that's where his problem is at, because he got enough calls. He's doing 3 to 4 calls. Getting calls is not a problem. He got enough calls. He's just not charging properly. He got to go and start using the blue book. So that's what he got to do. He got to go there and start using the blue book. And that's what happens a lot of times in that third to fourth, and when people get past that first year, and the first to the fifth year, it's simple stuff like that. Not having a mentor that's done it 10 years or more. He in the process. He's saying he's doing 3 to 4 calls a day, but he's saying he would say I just ain't making enough money. I get calls, and so if he was to go talk to somebody, if he didn't have a mentor, and he goes and talk to somebody, what he would say, they ask him, "You done an appliance repair business?" Yeah. Oh, okay. How did it work? It was good. I had to get out. I want no money involved in it. I want no money. Yeah. Do you have work? Yeah, I had plenty of work. Just can make no money out of it. But because then he's not talking to a mentor to get him past that. A mentor could easily put him back on the right track, like I did, to get him past where he actually getting the money and can thrive home. Versus if he was out there on his own trying to figure it out, he would actually now there's a time where he'll start to break. If he wouldn't break now within the first 5 years, as soon as the next pandemic came, and as soon as the next economic upheaval came, he will break then, because he hasn't built up enough buffer to fight off any type of attack on his economics. So that's why he will fail within 10 years. But lucky for you all, with Appliance Bootcamp, I've done this over 10 years. I've done this going on 20 years or more. And with that, I've seen just about every type of economic problem that could come up. I've seen it, and I've crossed that bridge, so I can easily get you out of that. And I can, and just like a couple of questions, I can help you figure out what the problem is, because we've been there. Not only that, you all can do the same thing. You all, a lot of you all now could have easily dissected that same situation, and and help them get through it. And all of it's in the course. Just sometimes you have to go back and refresh yourself, and sometimes as we start to get in the day-to-day grind of it, we figure we know what's going on. We don't need to go back and refresh, but you do. And a lot of times that's one of the reasons why I'm still kind of hesitant about not going to the Ashby Light. I want to go, um, because I can get there, and I can get around people, and get refreshed myself of things that I might have let slip by. But that's the main thing of why you got to have those mentors to help keep you on track, and somebody who's done it 10 years or more. It's easy to jump in and out of different businesses. If most businesses fail within 5 years, and nobody makes it, hardly anybody makes it past the 10-year mark. If I was to jump in and out, and then as soon as it get harder in one, go to another one. Uh, you never really push past that wall. I call it the wall, where you hit that wall, and you gotta figure it out. You gotta figure out what's going on. For instance, I'm gonna show you all this picture here. This is today at my ice cream parlor. Let me share this screen right here. All right, that's my ice cream parlor. I'm totally out of product. What happened? We what we call we had the Juneteenth celebration. We had 301. We had the 301 endless endless what they call yard sale, and I've been just marketing it and marketing it. But now it's coming up, and people, my mentors and them told me you don't need to put anything else in the ice cream parlor. The ice cream parlor, with give it a year. The first they told me flat on. The first year you do this, the second year you do that. You don't need to put anything. Me, Mike Sneed, like everybody else, I think I know everything. Mentor told me 3 or 4 times, don't put nothing else in there. I'm gonna put something else in there. I got room. I'm gonna throw it in there. Well, now what's happened? The ice cream parlor now has got root and it's gone. So I got. You see the guy in the background. He's constantly making ice cream. The young guy right here. He makes ice cream from the time he walk in to the time he go. We don't. And now I got a what's it called? I got to get somebody to actually come in and just start making popcorn. Who's going to keep doing the popcorn in there. What I'm doing with the popcorn, I'm breaking down. You haven't heard me pushing nobody by popcorn here lately because it's crazy because the ice cream is taken off and the popcorn is taken off. And the guy who does the popcorn, I bought the popcorn business from somebody who done it 15, 20 years. And he told me the same thing. So now it's crazy. Today, today we were going to stock up on the popcorn. We go out and we start popping popcorn. And as soon as we were bagged the popcorn up, people were coming up buying it. So that's all I got left. When you saw that shit, we had 2 bags from popping popcorn from like 1 this afternoon until about 5 o'clock, till about 4:30. This from 1 to 4:30 popping popcorn. All we got to put on the shelf was 2 bags. Because as soon as we pop it, the town smells it, and the smell goes all throughout the town. Everybody's coming to get the popcorn, and so now you don't have you can't. It's hard for me to pop it fast enough to sell it and to stock the shelf. On top of that, we got a couple of little small fruit stands and stuff like that who wants to sell our popcorn out in their stands. So I gotta start popping at night when ain't nobody around, so I can get enough volume out to go put it at their stands. And we're just gonna cut back on just offering 2 flavors for right now. We're gonna offer and our regular, because that's the stuff that you find out in the first couple of years. The first year, me doing it, it was fun, popping popcorn, selling it on the internet, this and that. But what happens when it wraps up and you realize you got a bottleneck in production? Um, what do you do then? And to get past that bottleneck, it might cost you a lot of money to get past it. Because like right now, with all our inventory and stuff done, you would think that you made a lot of money. Oh man, I made a lot of money. I sold out of everything. Um, we're super busy, but believe it or not, it's a lag. Excuse me, because I didn't plan for it. It's a lag because now I got to take a large sum of money and go out and replenish what we had, and I gotta replenish what I had in stock, and I gotta go and actually keep up with the regular production when people are coming in and want to buy. So now I've been talking junk about Whirlpool and their parts. Now I done hit the same scenario as them. Everybody wants it, and now I'm behind on production where I ain't got any I can send out to the stands who wants it. So I'm in the same predicament that Whirlpool and everybody else is in. So that's where I'm at with my popcorn. And the only way you get to see these things if you actually into the business and you run through those 5 to 10 years to actually see that. Same thing with my building. I got a stop work order from the inspection department. With that, I can't go out there and do any more work. I thought I could get to the point where I was bringing in the tradesmen, my plumber, HVAC, and I'm doing electrical. That's when I was gonna go pull the permit, but they want me to pull the permit before then because I got for the paint and all that got to be fireproof, and they want to check for asbestos and all that. So hey, can't go back in there. And so now we're to stop until about Monday or Tuesday until I can get everything out there and get them back in and get the inspection and stuff going. So that's the stuff you see when you're in business for 5 or 10 years or more. You get to run through all of that. So this is the first time I've had a stop work put on, but it ain't nothing. You just got to go through it. I found out I gotta have 20,000 to paint the ceiling. To paint that ceiling is gonna cost me about 20,000 downstairs. So I got to make a decision. I can't paint I personally can't paint it because you have to be certified to spray fireproof paint, and and you have to have a special sprayer to do it. Very few people around here can do it. So I got to give that out to the experts. So I got to think what I want to do. Do I want to stick around and actually put my effort into trying to do it myself, or I go back to my original plan, just say forget it. I get back and put my efforts back into Smeed Appliance and my ice cream parlor. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll put my efforts back into my ice cream parlor and Smeed Appliance. I'm just gonna let them do it. And so that's stuff you have to do. All right. So I'm gonna read some of the stuff we got going on in the chat. And like I say, if you would like to come on, that's the actual link to get on. All right. Shimon 05 Line. Salute to Grandmaster Mike and ABC family. Hey, how you doing? BK from the Rockies. What's up, ABC fam? Hey, how you doing, BK? Greg B. What's up, Mike? Hey, what's happening? Dale Scott. What's up, ABC fam? Hey, Mike. What's on? Ewan. What's up, Mike and family? Hey, how you doing? Terry the electrician. What's good, Mike? What's up, ABC fam? Hey, how you doing? All right. First class services. Peace, Mike and ABC fam. Finally got the notification. All right. Yeah, they I think they holding them up a little bit. ABC Ken, what's up, team? What it do, Coach Lee? Hey, how you doing? 89 Dr. Funk, ABC, what's up? Hey, 89. Yeah, I was reading your post you put up there. I appreciate that about my low turnout. Yeah, and I was gonna do a show on that. I have been talking about that with the whole town and everybody. Matter of fact, we met yesterday morning, and that's what we were talking about. I could have gotten a larger turnout. If I would have pushed it like a multi-level marketing, if I had done something like that, I could have gotten a large turnout. But that's not what I want. What make ABC so well and make Appliance Bootcamp move is you all, because I get the people who really wants to do business and people who really care about doing business, and they want to make a change in their life. I don't want to be pushing it like no multi-level marketing and all that stuff, and just getting people in just trying to make a quick dollar, because you're not going to be do that in this business and and, uh, and stay afloat. You got to be in for the long road. Okay, help me appliance repair on vacay do the ABC. Okay, thanks. And that's the link if you'd like to come in. All right, Green Valley. The last fast food to close down my town was Long John Silver's. Okay, and Jimmy John's. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing too with me, man. I tell you, McDonald's down here, they're paying $200 sign-on bonus. If you show up, if they hire you, you show up to work, you get $200, and I think it'll move up to maybe 12, $13 per hour. So I've lost Several of my high school kids that went over there to get the $200 sign-on bonus and the $12, $13 an hour. So I have that. I've had three people to leave to go to those places, which I'm happy for. To go to those places. So okay, BK from the Rockies. Mentors are important. They make stuff so much easier than just learning about film. Yeah, it does. When you have the mentors, it's like buying into a franchise. There's a reason why they have the franchises have more success than somebody starting from scratch. Somebody starting from scratch, you have to make all the mistakes and you have to learn all those bumps and stuff. And hopefully you can maneuver through and make it through past those 10 years. All right, Slicks, drop ceiling. Yeah, I thought about that too, Slick. Do drop ceiling, but the problem is, I'm if I would just classify the top as commercial and not residential, I wouldn't have that problem. I could what you call. I could actually just spray the ceiling and keep it going, no problem at all. But because I want to classify that as residential, now I have to have a fire barrier between the floors, and anywhere that's going into the residential part, I gotta have a fire barrier. I think of maybe 60 minutes or an hour or something like that. So if I was to do a drop ceiling, what I would have to do over top of the, I either have to spray paint the spray. I still would have to either spray paint the ceiling, which would be 20,000. But if I don't spray paint the ceiling, I would have to drywall the ceiling, and the drywall would have to be the drywall I use would have to be a fireproof drywall, and now I have to do the fireproof drywall, and now I have to use fireproof tape and fireproof mud, and now I have to put three three whatchamacall, three three I think it's 3 layers of drywall. So you have to drywall the thing 3 times in order to do it. And what you would do, you have to get inspected 3 times. So you do the first one, and they come out and inspect it, and then you do the next. You go ahead and drywall it all again, inspect it, come back again, drywall and inspect it. So it would then get to the point where it'll still be close to about 20,000. Otherwise, you would have to come in and you have to do a sprinkler system. Do a sprinkler system. Same thing that will cost you probably 15, 20,000. But unfortunately, the town where we live in is a small town. First time they're having high-rise apartments, they don't have the water and the infrastructure for a sprinkler system. So with that, I gotta go with the paint. And the reason why the paint costs so much is like $1,000 for one of those 5-gallon buckets or 3-gallon buckets. It's $1,000. And what you have to do, you have to paint 4 feet sections. So they'll paint 4 feet, and then after they paint that 4 feet, the fire inspectors have to come in and verify that it's good. And then they got to paint 4 more feet. Then you got to call them in and get them inspected. So it's a long, drawn out process to do it. So I'm just gonna step away from this one, let them handle that, and get it going. I got people who ready to rent it and everything. So I'm gonna let the people who do it, and I'm just gonna sit back and go make my money someplace else. DCNF, wait, what's going on? Big networking. DCNF just finished the seal system. There you go. Yep, he working those late hours. All right. Yeah, Slick said I need. All right. Yeah, so I need to get with his engineer. He will make something work. Yeah. Yeah. I got to do something. Like I said, this guy's been doing them. This guy. This is third one he's done downtown Selma. So he kind of got it in, and because the inspector gave me a stop work, I want to go to somebody. The inspector knows, so I don't have to worry about the inspector getting crossways with nobody. So if I bring him in, he done 3 of them. He in the middle of doing one now. I think the inspector will let me go. He's familiar with the process, and and this is, like I said, the third one he's done. So we'll let them go with it and let them go. I will have probably I'm gonna have probably to do both of them. I think maybe I'm gonna have maybe 100,000. tied up into doing it. And I thought, I thought, I thought I could get out with about maybe 30 or 40, but I'm gonna have about 100,000 tied up to getting those done. And with that, I'm gonna have to Mike Sneed gonna have to get him another sub, or he gonna have to start pushing some more ice cream, or Mike Sneed gonna have to put him on another Sneed Appliance Service shirt and jump back in the van for about 6 to 8 months. But I gotta do something to get those done because I'm gonna have about 100,000 for this one, and then I have to have about 150 to do the quadplex. All right, he can give you all the options. Yeah, yeah. I'll be interested to talk to him. Everybody else that I called, they wanted $3,000 to $4,000 just to come out and give me the prints and tell me. So I said instead of doing that, they do my HVAC. They're going to do the HVAC and the plumbing anyway. It's the same company. I just told them go ahead. D Johnson, love the channel, Mike. I was wondering what should a person do if they can get 70,000 from the home. What? Oh no. What should a person do if they can only get $70 from the home warranty company? Uh, I don't see why you can only get $70 from the home warranty company. Um, it's the man, excuse me. The air conditioner is killing me at night. I don't see why you can only get $70 from the home warranty company. You're gonna have to call in and get authorization. If your man, if your authorization amount is only $70, you have to call in, but they'll give you more than that. Jay Haywood, how do you go about booking sales system jobs? I want to invest the money in tools and equipment. How can I cover that investment in a timely manner? Getting the jobs is the easy part. They call third party warranty companies call around all day looking for somebody to take them. Getting the jobs is the easy part. That's the easy part. The hard part is man. The hard part is going to be learning how to do it. So once you get the equipment, get you a old refrigerator. Hold on a second. I'm back. Get you an old refrigerator and go outside and play with that till you learn how to braise and learn how to learn what the different learn the different pressures and stuff like that. Um, that's the best way to learn it. We got seal system course in here, so look at the seal system course. But you have to learn how to braise and learn refrigeration. Man, I'm still sneezing. Yeah, my wife likes to sleep with the ceiling fan on and the air conditioning. It used to not bother me in my man in my younger days, but man, it kills me now. D Johnson, take that contract, just mark up the price and leave it. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm fine. My wife sleeps with the ceiling fan on and the air conditioning, and it messes with my sinuses. But yeah, finding seal system work with those LG compressors. Uh, third party warranty companies calling everybody to do them. You could I could probably do a seal system job every day, but I get to the point where I don't. I get to the point where I don't like I don't like to do them anymore. I had one Tuesday. It was a Samsung refrigerator. It had three evaporator cools. You know, it had the one in the fresh food at the top and two at the bottom. And you can change one to a freezer, refrigerator, and it had a leak in the damn going evaporator cool. And and now you got to go find out which coil is actually leaking. You got and they go out there and they stuff these refrigerators tighter than a pack of hot dogs. I mean, they just got stuff. They got to take all the stuff out. There's no room to get inside of it. There's nothing but plastic, and you're trying to pop them out. There's no room to work. And I got to get in here try to find out where the leak is at. And you there. You got it pressurized. Can't find it. You got it. I'm looking with my light. I'm sprayed the bubble solution all on it, and then because the way they do it, all of the evaporators come right. You know they have a three-way valve, and then all of the evaporators come back to the compressor on the same line. So now you stuck because I've done everything to try to figure it out, and now the leak is so small that I've got to make an educated guess. And I go there and I start looking for stuff. I'm looking for little black dots and stuff on the back of the panel, and hoping I can see where oil has splattered. I'm just looking for anything to figure out what it is. So what I done, I filled it back up with some dye, and I told him, I said, you gotta let it run for a couple of days, and I'm gonna come back. I put some dye, and I'm gonna go back in a couple of days and hope I can find. But that's stuff that I hate. I hate that. I hate it. And because if it's a sub zero where you got dual evaporators, you got a separate compressor, you got a separate evaporator, condenser. It's this mess right here, man. You just get to the point you just hate it. Mr. O, Mike, how do you feel about making customers order their own parts? Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna what's it called? I'm gonna give them the price to fix everything. No, I'm not gonna do that. Decent enough. I had that refrigerator last year. Man, it sucked, man. It sucked. It sucked. And then I'm reading the instructions, trying to put the three-way valve so that it open all the way up. And what happens, I can't from the writing on it, the service manual. I can't. They say you gotta flip this magnet to open it all the way up, and I'm trying to flip it, and it's just to the point where it just made me mad. It just made me mad. Mr. O, meaning you provide them for a checkout link to the exact part needed, and they have it and call you. Nah, I'm gonna make a little money off of it. You start doing that, you're gonna have to start getting questions about your labor costs and how much you charging per hour. Just give them a flat fee to repair. You don't want them looking in and asking no more questions than they normally ask. Just say this is the price for me to fix it, include parts and labor. Sean C. Good evening, Mike ABC fan. That charging station looks cool for repairs. Oh yeah, it for three boards. It's very simple. But the problem they having now is the same thing with the appliance. I found a place where I can get the parts, but it's a back order on parts. All their parts are going to manufacturing, so they're not releasing none of the parts to the distributor now. It's like a 4 month waiting list to get the actual charging station itself, and then once they get enough charging stations inside of the queue, that's when they'll start releasing parts. But right now, they're not releasing any parts. All the parts are going to manufacturing. But it's very easy. It's very simple. It for three parts: uh, uh, user interface board, display board, and the main controller. Hey, what's up, King K? So pretty much you order so they don't know how much you are making on job. Not how much I'm making on job. I tell them the price to fix it. I just don't want them to. I just don't want any other questions about it. Just this is the price it's gonna cost to get it fixed, and it goes. Bob Knight, is it easier just to multiple calls instead of a seal system? For me, I think it is. For me, uh, it, I would much rather change a heater element in a dryer. I'd much rather change a heater element in a refrigerator. Uh, all of that than to do seal systems. Because seal systems also it requires walking back and forth to your vehicle many a times. You know, you got to come in and you got to evacuate the refrigerant. Then after you evacuate the refrigerant, you got to remove the compressor or the fact the evaporator, filter dryer, or condenser, whatever part is bad. Then from there, you got to now come back in and braise everything. And then after you braise everything, now you got to come back in and you got to put nitrogen on there, make sure you don't have any leaks. Once you do all that, now you got to come back and you got to pull a vacuum. Then after you pull the vacuum, then you got to charge. So it's gonna take you 2 hours is the least I can do it. 2 hours. If I go there on a LG compressor and I tap into the line and the compressor's running and I see about 40 psi, I know then I don't have any leaks. That compressor is bad. All I gotta do is a compressor and a filter dryer and I'm out. I can do that right at about 2 hours. But if I go there and it's in a vacuum, oh my God, now I gotta go find out where the leak is at. Or if I got a restriction, now I gotta figure out where the restriction is. And now that's when it gets fun. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's it. All right. We're at 9 o'clock. But Mr. O, I only asked because I stopped ordering parts for customers. I only ordered to stock my truck. I asked guys on appliance college. Some didn't like and others didn't care. Yeah, I don't do that. What you do when you go there, you get half the price up front. So if you got orders, say you got a control board, it's gonna be $600 for an oven. You would tell them you need half the price up first front. So I would say okay, the control if the total price was 650, I tell them I need to get $325 now. Then you pay the remainder when I come back. The 325 is usually enough to pay for your labor and for your parts. Then you go back the second time, you be collecting the bulk part of your profit. But that way you're not coming out your pocket buying parts, and you keep the customer out of the way of what you're paying. So then people start trying to add stuff up. They say, well, if this guy making $80 an hour and fixing my dryer, and I'm only making $12 an hour, working 8 hours a day. So then they start adding that stuff up. I don't want them to know that. I just want them to just get this stuff fixed. And you say it's working well for you personally. I keep trying it. If it worked well, keep going with it. Once again, I want to thank everybody for actually watching. I really, really appreciate it. Bob Knight, I need to get insurance. Any recommendations? Find a local independent agent in your area. I try to stay away from the State Farm and Nationwide. Um, and just find an independent carrier in your area. And you can just ask the other tradesmen, ask the plumbers, electricians, who they use, and that's it. If I'm correct, most insurance agents can't cross over state lines. So if you're not in North Carolina, it wouldn't matter. All right. Yeah, some customers do the math in their head. Yeah, they do. Everybody do the math in their head. When they gave me the estimate, they give me estimates to do stuff. I do the math in my head. That's why I end up trying to do it myself. Okay. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope this show was good for you, and it gave you a little insight. And that's one of the things a lot of people going on with this show with people with the 10 years and people doing businesses, physical businesses. I'm gonna say physical businesses that are offside of the internet. People have asked me many times about different 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 businesses and stuff like that. And I always tell people, I said, I don't go about the internet. I want to see somebody do something off the internet and see how they operate there, because that gives you a true sight of what business is. Here on the internet, I can make any business work on the internet. I have people come in my ice cream parlor and sit there for 3 hours and telling me how John F. K. Is still living. They don't fake his death, and Michael Jackson is living, and they honestly believe it. So you go on the internet, say anything, you have an audience, and you have somebody that pay you $10 or $15 a month to do it. So it don't take much to do it. That's why I say it's almost like prosperity preaching. But they come off the internet, go into a physical business where you gotta deal with the universe and all the things the universe throws at you. That's when you can see where businesses go. And I think BK said Miss Ward recommend Next Insurance. Okay. Miss Ward recommend Next Insurance. Okay. They were quick and affordable. That's good. All right. So that you got that. Okay. Once again, thank everybody for watching. I'll be back on Monday, and everybody have a good day.